Okay guys, I'm on Holloway Road. I'm not officially on what I call a climb, but the gradient already rises and you start to feel it from here. I'm just past the cinema. For those that you know the local area, unlike our cousin in America, I'm just past the cinema on Holloway Road. And the gradient picks up, but it's not what I call a climb, but I'll dial you in when I hit the climb. The video footage may be a bit shaky because I haven't used my GoPro for a couple of years, and when I took it out I thought, I'll make a fresh video to show I'm not a fraud, and I'm still getting out there because those videos uploaded today are from 2022, 4 years ago, on my big birthday, as you remember. And I'm still, 4 years later, I'm still knocking it out, but obviously not at the same speed. So I thought I'll do a fresh video today, and what I'll try to do is get all 3 climbs in. Well, I'll get all 3 climbs in on this video. I don't know if I'm going to be strong enough to do all the climbs non-stop. Normally what I do, I get to the top of one climb, take a couple of minutes, gather my breath, especially with Highgate Hill, because Highgate Hill I'm just slaughtered for 10%. Get to the top of the climb, take a drink from my bidon, and for those of you that are the uninitiated, a bidon is a French word, I believe it's a French word for water bottle, according to the pros. So I'll have a drink from my bidon, take a couple of minutes to gather my breath, because my heart and lungs are pounding from doing it 10%. And then I come downhill from Highgate, turn left, for those who know the local area, and I start the climb on Archway. That climb, I'll remind you at the time, is 8% going up and 6% on the return, just to dial you in. So we'll see how we get on, and then later today I'll upload this fresh as a new video, especially to support Jen, who, pardon me just a sec, who shared her time with me in one of her exercise workouts last week, which I was quite impressed with. So just to let you know, your uncle's still out there, like you, doing this stuff. So let me see. Alright, click down into the gears. Even though I'm not officially on the climb yet, I've not reached the hospital, I can feel it. I'm going to see if I can, what gear am I in? I'm one from the bottom. I'll go into the bottom gear to kind of make my life easy as I can. It allows me to gather my breath and gather a little bit of recovery, because when the climb starts, it's absolute murder. But the feeling of attempting a climb at 10%, you can't put it into words, you really can't. Especially when you get to my grand age. There'll come a time when I won't be able to do this, but for the time being, I'm grabbing it with both hands, or both feet if you like. Yeah. So I'm just coming up to the end of Holloway Road, and the climb starts at the end of Holloway Road, in my view, just before you get to the hospital, Whittington. That's the start of the official start of the climb, and I record all my climbs. At this level of fitness now, I don't really look at the numbers, because I know I'm not in a position where I'm looking to be faster on the last run and improve and all of that. I'm just not in that place. So what's important now is just to get regular workouts, to get out there at least once a week if I can. This will be the first time, I think the lights are changing. There we go. This will be the first time that I've done 4 climbs in 4 weeks, once a week, every now, mostly I do one, then I miss a week or so, then I do another one, then I miss a week or so, then I might do 2 in a week, then I miss. So this is the first time I've done 4 straight off the bat, which is really, really good. I'm well chuffed. I've managed to schedule my days off and get them in. I've got no excuse, to be fair, because I'm getting 4 days on, 4 days off. So here, this is what I call here at the McDonald's by the hospital. This is officially the climb now. The lights have gone red. I'm going to be naughty and go, because if you don't, you stop, and it's really hard to get going on the hill. And from here, I can start my recording of my climb. Right, and Garmin. I've already got it on my Garmin watch recording, but I've got a device on the bike, so I can separate. The Garmin watch, I'll record the whole duration, and on the device, I'll do the hill climb. I normally do the hill climbs on the phone, but I'm recording the video on the phone for you, so I'm not going to make life too complicated for myself. I've got another red light. As I say, you may find, what I'll try to do, I'll try to use some software to take out the vibrations from the phone, the GoPro. Oh, hang on. I'm talking and I'm saying hi again. I wonder I'm taking pain. Let me drop down to my low ratios. There we go. Okay, there we are. I'm in the low ratios. Okay, I'm in my lowest gear. Bus is trying to get on the bus stop behind me. I'll give him some space. Okay, here we go. I'm in. Right. I'm not sure if you can tell from the video footage. This is it kicking up. And you know, you are now officially, I'm going past the hospital now, Whittington. You are officially on your climb, and you've got to take your licks as they come. Talking about bidon, I'm ready for a drink now, much let alone wait until I get to the top. But I never try to steer one hand uphill. That's just begging for trouble. I could do it, but why bother? So all I got to do now is just concentrate on my breath, dial my head in, park the pain, and just basically accept the experience. Hey, there's the bus. Here he goes. And just accept the experience as one of the best things you'll ever have. Let me see if I can get rid of that cable. As one of the best things you'll ever have. It's just amazing. Whew. I try to not think about duration and distance. I just dial myself in and I live my greatest experience in the here and now. I don't know if the audio is going to come out on this. If it doesn't, I'll have to record an audio track afterwards and add it. That's another level of work, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. The one good thing about this is you don't get too much traffic. Oh dear. Oh boy. Right, the lights have turned red against me. Ooh. I'll go to the end and see if I can grab some good fortune. No, the crossing's gone what? 0 seconds. So here they go. I missed it. I'm going to have to clip out and clip back in. Wasn't too bad. I've just made it before the traffic on the left come across, so not so bad at all. Right. This part, as you go through the lights and you come up to the cemetery on Highgate Hill, you are coming to the end of the hardest part. After this, it kind of drops a percent or so. And it's easier sailing to the top. Oh boy. I suppose the only way to articulate the numbers of workouts you're doing, as any workouts, if you will, is the more regular you can do them, in my view, maybe every 3 or 4 days, means that when you go out the next time, generally speaking, it's less pain. You've got pain, you've got fatigue, but it's not as hardcore as when you're not doing it regular. That's the main thing. The regularity is king, not the distance and duration. But to be fair, as I was saying to cousin, this is a 10-mile route or 16k route. It takes me just over an hour, between an hour and 5 and an hour and 10. And in my view, that's above and beyond plenty when you consider you're climbing for a lot of that, as opposed to being on the flat. I can just see the brow where it turns more realistic for human beings on a bike. What I generally do when I'm in a good physical condition is I then pull it up a couple of gears and put more power down. But at this stage of my fitness and training, I just tap it out consistent. In the knowledge, I've got 2 more climbs to go. So you can get a little bit over excited and then what they call blow up on the next climb, where you're completely wiped out. So you have to moderate your output, your power and energy output, to see you through the distance. And that's where the art is. I can feel the easier gradient here. I'm not looking for time, so I don't need to push to get a quicker time than last week. I don't even know what the time was last week. And to be honest, I don't care. But what I do care about is that I've got another one under my belt. And by starting with the hardest climb gives you, call it a crumb of comfort, knowing your next exercise easier still, but not easy. So here I am at the bus stop. I normally stop here and log this climb. Oh dear. Bear with me. Right, I log this one, save this, save. I'll take a drink from my bidon. Lovely. And I'm going to do what I've not done maybe in a couple of years. I'm going to go straight off the bat, just because I'm making this family video, giving me a bit of motivation. So here now is the downhill leg. I'm not going to change gears, which I would normally do on a downhill leg, and pedal it through to gather more speed to shorten the distance, which increases my workout output. But what I tend to do is just roll down the hill and use that as recovery. The only thing I will say on this is I'm generally coming down on the brakes because I can easily get over 20-25 miles an hour. I can handle the speed, that's not the issue. But the issue is there are little bumps on this road which you won't necessarily notice in a car. And if I'm going at full speed down a hill, hit a bump, and the back wheel or the front wheel jumps off the tarmac and it lands, and it doesn't land true underneath me, the bike will go underneath me and I'm off. And at these speeds you're looking at a fracture. So I tend to every now and again just touch, you might hear it, just touch my brakes, just to give me some control. I've got a rear view mirror on my glasses so I can see there's traffic behind me. I've got nothing behind me, so all I've got to worry about is what's in front of me. Yeah, so I slow with the cars. I don't tend to look to overtake the cars, generally speaking, unless they're stopped or they're going very slow. There we go, that's a couple of bumps there. You might get a bit of that vibration on the camera. And I'm going very slow, and I've got a nice clean gap on the left where I can go past and sweep. Here, I'm already at the bottom. Here, I've got to get ready to start my next climb recording. Now here, the bicycle lane is on the left. You might be able to see that on camera. I generally don't take it because I'm too many people in the bus stop. But I'm going to take it today. I'll slow right down. Come around the corner. It's not too low. No, okay. I have to cut the gears because I'm so low. A couple of gears. I'm still in the low ratios, but I'm up a couple of higher gears. Now I'll just tap through here. And here, I'll start my recording of my second climb. Okay. Come on. Okay. There we go. That's recording. And the video should still be recording because I haven't paused it or stopped it. I've gone straight into the next climb. Now I'm on Archway Hill. Let me come down back a couple of gears. I'm going onto the lowest gear. If I feel strong, I'll come up again. Now I'm on Archway Hill. This climb's about 8%. A couple of percent less than Highgate, but it is a noticeable difference. So I'll tap this out. Hopefully you'll be getting a good view. I can't see what you're seeing because I've had to turn the phone towards the road, whereas on the GoPro I can fit it to my helmet or fit it to my body on the body strap. But as I say, it's charging, so I thought I'm not going to mess about trying to remember how to set it all up again, so I just thought, see if I can do it on the phone. Yeah. So, there we go. This one's a bit odd. You get to the famous bridge. I won't name the name because YouTube might put it up on the video. That famous bridge on Archway Hill. And at that bridge, that's where the gradient lessens. And it lessens so much that you literally, right, the bus is there. I'm not going to overtake him because he's only fixing up 2 people. So he should be pulling off soon. No, he's dilly-dallying, so bugger. I'm off. That's his business. He's going to wait for me now. Yeah, plenty of time. You know where I was coming. Yeah, so, yeah, after the bridge, the gradient really lessens. I mean, it lessens so much, you have to go up the gears and just tap it out. Very nice, very pleasant. You've got to be careful though, that you don't get too excited and think you're really on top form as you're pushing the speed, because it then kicks up again. And it's that kick up again that you're now burnt out because you got too excited, thinking that you're training like the pros, which you can forget. So here, this is the part where I'm just tapping it out, nice and steady, because it's not a 10%. I'll take it. I can see, I don't know if you can see it, where it says bus lane on the top of the road. That's where it eases off. That's the brow of the climb. I'll have to then start going up the gears a couple. Otherwise you're what they call spinning. Your legs are going round but you're not making much progress. They call it spinning out. For those who are interested. So here I am. Check my rear view mirror. No buses coming. And now I have to click up 1. I'll click up 2. So I'm 2 gears higher. Nice and easy. Because I know I've not taken any recovery, generally speaking, at the top of Highgate Hill, which I always have to do. But being filled with motivation and excitement at the prospect of sharing this with family, I got cracking practically straight away. And to be fair, I still feel good, which I was in some doubt I'd be able to have a quick turnaround, have a quick transition. I'm going to go up a gear again. That's 3 gears I've had to go up from the brow because the gradient is very user-friendly. Not sure if you can see, just past those traffic lights, you can see the gradient raise. And if you get too excited on this part, you'll pay it back. You'll have to pay back that credit past the traffic lights. You don't get to keep it. You're mullered. So here, I'm just tapping it out, realistic, prepping myself for the increase in gradient, which comes right here. I'm not sure if you can notice it, where the motorbike is. So I tend to just feel it out before I drop down a gear or 2 again to give me smooth riding, smooth climbing. At the moment, I feel that I'm climbing in myself, so I'll go with the flow at the moment. Oh, here we go. I say I'm going with the flow, I can feel it now. Still okay. Still okay. Still good. Surprisingly enough. I think what I've had is 3 weeks build-up workouts to this week, being my 4th week, which maybe is why I was able to have that quick transition at the top of Highgate, and also why I've not needed to drop down the gears. When I get to the lights, it's the next lights that is where I end the recording, and that's where it starts to go downhill. And to those who know the area locally, Archway, down the hill at the bottom is the petrol station leading up to the North Circular for the M1, A1. So here's the first lights, and it's the second lights that I end the recording. That's the official. We've got a good, smooth green light. That's the official end, peak of Archway Hill climb. So this climb is a bit longer. To be honest with you, I've not looked if it takes me the same time, because I may have a little bit more speed on this one. But a lot of the times, I don't even bother measuring my output. I just want to record my regularity of getting out there and getting my boots on the bike. Still impressive, the fact I've not had to drop gears. So I'll take that with both hands, or both legs. And I'll gather some hydration at the top. Cheers, buddy. I'll gather some hydration at the top and end the recording, and then the third recording is me coming back up that hill, which is, I reckon, about 6%. Okay. So I can end my recording here. There we go. That's ended. And then I'll just pull over out of the way of traffic here. I'll just nick a bit of pavement just to get out of the way, because it's quite narrow. It's quite narrow there, I don't think you can see that. So if I can, I give the traffic a wide berth, and then I pull over at the end of the bus lane. I'm out of traffic's way, everybody's flowing nice and easy. And I'm not worried about my own personal safety. Okay, so I've had I'll get my bead on. That's my specialised bead on, for those who know bike brands. Got this from our pro in America, one of Leon's friends. He works for Specialised, and sorted me out a little bit of kit. Oh, lovely. Which I still use now. Right, so I'm going to transition quick. Okay. So what I'll do, I'm going straight off the bat. Rear view mirror on my glasses. Wait for a nice gap in traffic. I don't need to record my downhill here. There we go, and we're off. Now here, I must admit, I get a bit excited and I go back into my high ratios, and I absolutely hammer this one. This road is a bit smoother, and I don't know why, I've got more confidence on this road here than I have on Highgate. Sometimes catches the cars up because they're not expecting me to come along so fast, but you still got to be mindful of where you are. I'm not sure what's the now here I've got to take a bit more notice. I've got to do a right turn and swing left and then right. Those who know the area, I've got to get my hand out early, give early signal, Now I'm going to drop my gears down a couple, but I'm still going to stay in high ratios but lower gear, because I'm going to start the what I call Archway Hill return leg. So that was quite done quickly, coming down there. There we go. Right. This is the petrol station. I use this to change over to the other side of the road. Off traffic. I've already started the return leg climb. What I tend to do here, stay high ratios, but go into my lowest gear, because I can actually climb this in high ratio. I don't do my lower ratios like I do with the other two climbs. So I just go to the lowest physical gear, but my bigger cog, high ratios, I've got the power, enough at least, to actually climb this in high ratios. And this is what is my third climb of the training route. The beauty is once I get to the top of this climb at the traffic lights, it's downhill practically all the way home. It's a great feeling. Although I sometimes get a bit excited coming down Holloway Road, because there is a downward slope. The bit that I said to you that isn't officially the climb, but you're still gradients raised, I sometimes do power down that in and out of traffic. Great feeling. Oh dear. Yeah. I can't climb this as quick as I used to, but I can still. I'm a couple of miles off what I used to be generally, but I'm not in that condition anyway, so. So, not great shape. But the summer we're having, it's just amazing. Just to be able to get out there and knock it out. Now, I've come out of the part where they've got line on the road for cycle lane. That line's gone now, even though the road is still the same width. So it's still pretty cool. But further towards the lights, the cars do double up side by side. Some turning left, some going straight, so you have to be a bit mindful there for the pinch. See here, bang, is where I blow up when I'm going at the speed I normally think I am. But because I'm not at that speed anymore yet, or yes I say, I'm not blowing up on the speed. Here's where I was telling you, where the traffic doubles up. So if there's no one walking, I'll nick a bit of pavement. I'll be a bit naughty. Nick a bit of pavement. I'm not in their way, they're not in mine. And I will officially close that recording as my Archway Hill return, which is 6%. So there's some traffic signs up ahead, which may pinch traffic even more, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to go with the traffic yet, I'm going to pull to the side, end that recording. Bloody. Right. What's the traffic doing? Right, that stopped. I'm going to nick this. Keep in. I'm still in high ratios. So all I do here is change my gears to tap it down. I can just go with the flow. Yeah, traffic's red, it's doubled up, I'm going to have to prep stop. I can go on the outside, but sometimes you do that, and as you go around them it changes, so yeah, so what I may do I'm going to take a bit of pavement. Yeah, truck's coming across the other side, so I'll take a bit of pavement here. Come past them. Get in front of everybody. And bang, I'm out of everybody's way. Oh, there's nothing coming on the other side, so I can go to the middle. BM looks like he's stopping. They've stopped. Yeah. There we go. Cheers, buddy. Now here, one can get a bit excited again. I've come up about 4 gears here already. But I can get a bit excited because you do get some feeling. Sometimes I'm going so quick, even though I may wave the cars by, that's another gear again. Even though I may wave the cars by, they don't want to go past. They know they're going to struggle to stay within the speed limit. What I'm trying to do is take it out. Now it kicks up again. Take it up to the top of this kick. Phone slit. I'm not sure what you guys can see. I might pull over and have a look. Let the bus through. We'll have a look. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Come in, I think. Sorry. Check again. When I came down the pavement, I think it moved forward. No, that looks fine. Yeah, what do I have to do? Hopefully it comes out alright. Okay. Off we go again. Once again, I'll take some recovery here and then I'll get a bit of payback to me a couple of minutes up the road as I go through Highgate Hill roundabout. Arsenal players wearing their strips loud and proud, along with Sierra and her birthday kit. She looks stunning. I'm not sure if you can see the little kick up. Nothing to talk about, of course. But when you've done all of those outputs already, you can actually feel it. That's the difference. It's a difference between a workout ride and the commute. I generally can only do a easy ride when I'm with someone else and we're just tapping it out nice and easy and enjoying it. Generally when I'm on my own, I do tend to put the power down. This is, you have to be careful because I've got my cycle lane, I'm fine, but it runs out soon. And I know they're coming round from, what is it? Where this works. Upper Street. So just through these lights here, that's where you're going to get the kick down, all the way down to Bulls Pond. Sometimes you might get put out by the lights. But through the lights, nothing behind me, so I'm fine. I try to keep pedaling here because it's downhill anyway, so I've got loads of assistance. But today, I'm not going to touch the 20 mile an hour. I can normally get down here. I am somewhat spent from those short transitions, which is great. I can see. So I'm going to keep my watch. Phone's got. Let's get it. Bear with me, I don't know what it looks like. Okay, see how we get on. The last bit of video. Just get it right. Speed. I'm about 2 miles off. Let's see if I can touch the 20. Yeah, 22. Take that. I normally turn right there, but I'm not waiting for traffic, if I can help it. Oh dear. I'm on Bulls Pond now. 3 miles Southgate Road. Just a head right turn. I was coming down there once, full speed. Nan was walking along, and she shouted at me. Never heard a thing. She said she couldn't believe how quick I was going. There we go. Oh, I should make this. Last push. We've got about 60 seconds. Blown. Oh, absolutely blown. Okay. Here we go. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Okay. Let me. Battery's just gone low, and I've just made it. I'll end my recording. I'm not sure if you can see me, but I'm absolutely spent. Top draw. I'll end the recording. Hang on, where's my beat on? Here's my beat on. And I'll gather my breath and look forward, guys. To uploading to YouTube for you. Lord, breathe. would have to take off my top, but I was okay. I didn't overheat. So I'm going to stop that recording so it doesn't mess up if the battery goes dead.